space is fake. What, you dumb motherfucker?
You flat earthers like
flat
bro,
earthers,
chill.
No, it's the same thing.
This is Eddie Bravo, and in this podcast with Joe Rogan, he is claiming every major scientific achievement you've ever heard of. Satellites, space missions, even the shape of the Earth itself is all fake. Yeah, he's actually saying the Earth is flat and space doesn't exist.
Okay. You got it all wrong.
Is everybody that I've got to think this is not very organized.
No, what I'm saying is
I got to think I couldn't have it all wrong. There's no way.
Anybody that thinks the Earth is flat, they totally don't believe what we're taught about what's above us. So when people say space is fake,
what about the sun?
They mean all the information we're getting. You're lying about that shit. That it's not that it doesn't exist. Of course it exists. We see it.
Right, of course.
But space is fake sounds ridiculous. Like there's
something
we're
up
looking
there.
at it and it's fake. That's ridiculous. That's not what it means. It means that all the information we got about all those lights in the sky.
Yeah, something else.
They're lying to us. They're lying to us.
Why would NASA lie?
And there's a reason. And I can sit here and tell you, but you guys don't want to hear it.
Hold on.
You can see Joe's face drop right away, like he knows this is going to be one of the dumbest conversations he's ever had on the podcast.
So I don't want to talk
Can you give
about
us the cliff notes?
The cliff notes are man.
Have you studied any kind of a?
He doesn't need to be. Let's hear just a few of it.
The goal has always been for the most powerful emperors is a one world government. They always wanted a one world government. All the Roman emperors, they try to figure out, they try to do different combinations. How about and they would fall, and a new emperor would come and go, you know what? I'm going to fucking rule
world
the world
domination, in other words.
Aztecs.
I'm not going to let my soldiers get married. That way we'll have a stronger army. They have different philosophies. Everyone believed different shit.
This guy is doing straight up mental gymnastics to make his ridiculous ideas sound smart. And the funniest part? He acts like he's dropping some world-shattering genius insight while everyone else in the room is just sitting there politely.
But they all wanted a one-world government. There's no way to have a fucking one-world government. Nobody's into that shit.
Right.
Not even other rulers from small countries are like, one-world government? That's going to put me out of a job. Fuck your one-world government. People that don't know shit about politics don't want a one-world government. Sure. There's no way you're going to sell a one-world government. It's impossible. The only way to make a one-world government work is to have the people embrace it. They have to want it because nobody wants it. So the trick is to make people want it, to embrace it. There's only one way.
I gotta pee.
There's only one way.
Joe, this is very
You're
important.
gonna miss
I've
out
heard
on
this. I know this.
Okay, I don't know
The
that.
only way. And they've known this forever. The Vatican knew this. The Pope wanted to rule the world. They all knew it, but they couldn't do it. They all knew it, but they knew one way, but there's no way how they're going to pull it off.
What's the one way, man?
The only way is if there was some extraterrestrial threat from up above us. That would be the only way to have everyone embrace the one world government. They all knew that for years.
But it didn't work so
far. That's the plan. They could never
It's a
make it
shitty plan,
work.
though.
They didn't have the technology 500 years ago. The Vatican knew about it. They wanted it. And you go to the Vatican, you see paintings of like UFOs with aliens in them. And back when I used to believe in UFOs, but before I figured out that UFOs they want us to believe in UFOs. They're preparing us for a fake alien invasion. That's always been the plan. A one world government. The only way to do it is to get us to embrace it. And the only way to embrace it is from an alien attack. Ronald Reagan talked about it many times at the UN, CFR. He talked about it because wouldn't it make, he looked at all the leaders of the nation, of the world, and said, wouldn't it make our lives easier if we just had some kind of extraterrestrial threat?
Yeah, you heard that right. According to him, for thousands of years, the world's most powerful leaders were just sitting around thinking, man, if only we had UFO holograms, we could totally unite the world. And he's literally talking about Renaissance paintings with aliens in them like it's proof of this master plan. Like, bro, how do you go from I believe in aliens to aliens are government propaganda?
When people ask me, why would they fake space? It's always been about a fake alien attack. You can't have a fake alien attack.
I've never heard a politician ever talk about a fake
You can't have a fake alien attack
though.
Without space.
But I've never heard a politician
You
talk
have to
about...
have space first. So they always...
So this guy is either trolling everyone just to get attention, or he's actually the dumbest person on Earth. And unfortunately, from the way he speaks with so much passion, I think he really believes it. Like seriously, how can you not believe in something as basic as space? You don't need a PhD. There are so many simple ways to prove it for yourself. But no, Eddie Bravo's like, my tiny brain figured out the government is preparing us for a fake alien invasion.
The Vatican. They have all the biggest, they have all the astronomers. They're all Jesuit Vaticans, all of them. All the ones that are giving us this information about space, they all come from the Vatican. The Vatican has the most powerful
Vatican said
telescope.
that the Earth...
You know what the name of the
Wait a
Vatican
minute, the
telescope
Vatican
is?
doesn't have the most powerful
Yes,
telescope.
they do. You know what its name is?
What
It
is
has
it called?
the most powerful telescope, the Vatican. And you know what name it is? I've
What?
done the research on YouTube.
on
I have the
YouTube.
links.
But
You know what the name of this? Do you know
Isn't
what the
the biggest
name
one in
of
Chile?
this? The most powerful telescope in the world. It's in the Vatican.
What
Do
is
you know
it?
Lucifer?
Lucifer's
What?
dick balls.
Now it's getting to that level when kids say random things just to sound smart. Eddie starts talking about how the largest telescope is called Lucifer, and it's in the Vatican. Even if that was true, how on earth does that prove the planet is flat or that space is fake? At best, it's just a spooky name for a telescope. That doesn't suddenly erase satellites, rockets, or the fact that people have literally been to space. It's the same problem with all his arguments. Even if one small detail was true, it doesn't connect to his wild conclusion. It's just mental gymnastics. Make something sound mysterious and then pretend it proves your entire conspiracy.
It's called the Very Large Telescope. I watched the documentary with you at your house. It was like 2001, and
Yeah, I
it said
think-
in 5 years
Yeah.
there's a documentary about them putting together the Very Large Telescope in Chile, and they're talking about by the year 2005 we're gonna have 3 telescopes linked with a computer to make us. We're gonna see further into space than ever before. None of that shit came.
What are you
There's-
talking about?
None
I
of
think-
that shit came.
Is that
They
up?
said-
Is the very, very large array up yet? Nope.
It's a very
not up?
large telescope. It's
But I
all-
know they
all
have
images-
they have them in Hawaii. What's
Isn't
that?
it weird? Isn't it weird that every space documentary, all the series, I had them all, Joe had them all, we watch them all the time. I try to remember all the shit about a neutron star and a superhypernova. I was balls deep. Me and Joe
Hypernova.
were balls deep into space. And then every now and then we'd watch this documentary after documentary. Morgan Freeman got the universe. We had
Yeah, that
all
shit
that
was
shit.
good.
I DVR'd all that shit. Anything that said space.
Will Smith
I was
has a new
fucking
one.
I thought I was better than people and shit because I knew so much about space.
Eddie finally admits that he used to binge space documentaries one after another and feel like he was smarter than everyone else. Except nothing changed. He's still the same guy who thinks he's cracked the code while somehow believing every scientist on Earth is wrong, but he's right with his ridiculous theories. These are the types of people who don't actually believe in anything but don't know anything either. They'll rant about how space is fake or how phones are part of some conspiracy, but if you ask them to explain the basic engineering of how a phone even works, silence. They don't understand the basics, but somehow they think they've outsmarted NASA.
There's nothing real. And everyone watches that. They believe it. The narration is all programming. What's above us and what we're on, we're being lied to. Once you go flat, you never go back.
This is honestly such a hard watch. Eddie Bravo just comes off as one of the most annoying guests Joe Rogan has ever had on. The way he doubles down on nonsense while acting like he's the smartest guy in the room is unbearable. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more breakdowns like this.